welcome to Neetwala. So in this video, we are going to see about the most expected questions in the interesting chapter of work, energy and power. So before seeing this video, if you didn't subscribe for Neetwala, do subscribe to it. Our team is, we are working so hard to give you this content, and do not forget to like the video and share it with your friends. So let us move into the video, guys. Your subscription will be our motivation. Do not forget to do it. So let us move into the first question. This question is based on a bomb of mass 30 kg at rest explodes into two pieces of masses 18 kg and 12 kg. The velocity of 18 kg mass is 6 meter per second. The kinetic energy of the other masses. So in this case, the bomb is exploding, which means there is an important rule that you should remember is if there is a change in blast or something, there will be only internal force will be acting. There will be no change in momentum when there is only internal forces acting. There will be change in momentum only when there is external forces acting. In this case of exploding, there is no external forces are acting. Only internal forces are making it to blast. That is the case. That is important. In a bomb blast, only internal force will act. So there is no change in momentum. If there is no change in momentum, then initial momentum is equal to final momentum. Is it right? If it is right, means 30 into 0, it is at rest, velocity 0, is equal to 18 into 6 plus 12 into x. This is the velocity you should find. So what you will get? You will get velocity as minus 9 meter per second. This is because this shows that this negative sign always shows that the body is moving in the opposite direction. These both are moving in opposite directions. Nothing to worry about why negative sign is coming. So take it as 9 meter per second. So what will be kinetic energy? What is the formula for Ke? Ke is given by half mv square, which can be calculated as half into what is the mass? 12 kg. 12 into v square, 9 square, half into 12 into 144, which is 6 into 144. Sorry guys, we made a mistake. That is 9 square is 81, right? It is 81. So you will get 6 into 81 is 486. This is the final answer. According to the law of conservation of momentum, these type of questions can be asked. So 486 is the correct answer. So let us move into the next question. And the important thing is that they may ask questions with three mass is blasting into three different masses. So what will be the velocity of another thing like that? Also they may ask, the questions may also come of that type in the chapter of laws of motion, which I have discussed before. So let us move into the next question. So this is based on the relationship between the kinetic energy and momentum. So before doing some, I will mention you an important formula that will be helpful for you to make the questions and related with this and even other questions. So the formula is kinetic energy is equal to P square by 2m. Here P represents the momentum. Okay, K represents the kinetic energy, M represents the mass. So in this case, they have asked that if the kinetic energy of the body is increased by 300%, its momentum will increase by. So we will find it as Ke1 by Ke2 is equal to, it is related as Ke is directly proportional to P square. we will not consider mass because they didn't mention about it, so we will take only momentum. So p1 square by p2 square, p2 square. So first ke is, let us take it as 1. It has increased by 300%. That means 300% means 300% of 1 is 3. Okay, increased by 300% means 1 plus 3, it will be 4. 4 times it has increased. So 1 by 4 is equal. If you take, you can take it as also 100. If 100% is first person, 300% increase means it will be 400, right? So the simple ratio will be 1 by 4 is equal to p1 square by p2 square. Okay, 1 by 4, the root of 1 by 4 is 1 by 2. So p1 by p2, p1 by p2 is equal to 1 by 2. So p2 is 2 times of p1. That means how much percentage it gets increased. If it is 100 means it will be 200. Then what is the difference in percentage? 100%. So the answer is this one. So they may ask questions related with this, but not with the same values, but with different values. So let us move into the next question. In this question, it is dependent on the action of force, a variable force. So position dependent force F is equal to 7 minus 2x plus 3x square Newton on a small body of mass 2 kg displays it from x equal to 0 meter to 5 meter. The work done in joule is. So in this case, how can you solve the question is, important formula for variable force, work done by variable force is work done is equal to integration f dot dx. Dx means differentiation of x. Dx can be written as delta x also, which means difference between two displacements, x2 minus x1. Okay, this is the important thing. So if you do integration, here mass is given, but it is not necessary for us to do this question. So integration of f is what? 7 minus 2x plus 3x square into dx. What is dx? Dx is, it is in the form of x, so dx, it has given dx. So the thing, the displacement is 5 and 0. So what we should do is, we should substitute this one, 7, okay, minus, if you do integration, you should do integration first, 7x minus x square, it can be written as 2x square by 2, okay, plus 3x cube by 3, 3 will cancel, so 7x minus x square plus x cube. Final equation will be 7x minus x square plus x cube. It made us 7 into 5 minus 5 square plus 5 cube. It will be 125, this will be minus 20, 100, 70, 35 minus 25 plus 100, it will be 135. So this is the final answer for this question. So you should be strong with the integration part and differentiation part. If you, it is in a small application, but should be somewhat strong with it, so that you can solve the questions up to things related with work energy power in the class 11 portion of physics. Let us move to the next question. So next question is related with the law of conservation of energy. Law of conservation of energy, they may ask some about 2 to 3 questions in your NEET exam. That is most probably expected. So we will see the question. Child is sitting on a swing. It is minimum and maximum heights from the ground are 0.75 and 2 meters. Okay, respectively. It will, maximum speed will be what? So it should be a picture oriented question. This is a swing. Okay, she is sitting on it. So she is moving here while swinging. So she's here. The gap between first time is when she's the minimum position is 0.75 meter from the ground. Now it is 2 meter. Okay, here what you should do is loss in potential energy, because she is moving here. No, potential energy will be gained in the kinetic energy. So because kinetic energy and potential energy will be maintained same, conserved. So loss in P, that is m, P is potential energy given by m into G into H2 minus H1 is the potential energy change. Kinetic energy is given by half into m into V square. Okay, so let us do the sum. You will get m will be cancelled on both sides. So G is 10 into H2 minus H1 is 2 minus 0.75 is 1.25 is equal to half into V square. Okay, this 2 will go here, so you will get 25 is equal to V square. So V will become as 5. So answer is 5 meter per second. So this is the answer. So they may ask a question related with the loss in potential energy and gain in kinetic energy. The total energy should be conserved. That's it. So let us move on to the next question. This is an important question. I will tell you some important concept in the question. So it is also based on the energy conservation. So mass of 0.5 kg moves with the speed of 1.5 meter per second on a horizontal smooth surface, collides with nearly weightless spring of force constant K. Maximum compression in the spring would be. So first, what is present in this? Here only kinetic energy is present. So when the ball hits here, this will be converted into potential energy of the spring. Okay, so kinetic energy at first will be equal to potential energy of the spring at the last. Potential of the spring, this is kinetic energy of the ball mass. Okay, some important formulas I will tell you. Those are, potential energy of a spring is given by half kx square. Okay, K is force spring constant or force constant. Potential energy can also be written as F square by 2K, where F represents the force, K represents the constant. Force is represented as minus Kx because it is in the negative direction. This is always, these formulas are always applicable to any of your questions. So first, kinetic energy of the spring is given by half into mv square is equal to half into kx square, which will be potential energy of the spring, as I told here. Okay, so half will get cancelled. What will you get? M 0.5 into v square 1.5 whole square is equal to k. What is k? 50 into x square, right? Then what you should do for getting the final answer? X square is equal to 0.5 into 2.25 by 50, the whole root. So we'll get answer as 0.15 meter. So this is the answer. So let us move into the next question. And before moving to it, I will tell you an important thing, that is we guys are having an WhatsApp group for you to send the important question papers and important tips and tricks related with the upcoming NEET exam. So if you want to join that group, you can click the link given in the description below. So you may get your guidance at the best points and best time. So if you are the first one to answer the question given at the last part of this video in the comment below, you will be joined in the Achievers NEET group. That is another different group where you will be given the special tips and tricks. So try to answer the question first. So guys, a body of mass 1 kg begins to move under the action of time dependent force F is equal to 2t I cap plus 3t square j cap, where I and j are unit vectors along x and y axis. What power will be developed by the force at time t? So for this question you should be thorough with integration even. Before that we will find the acceleration. They were given the force and mass. F is equal to ma, right? So acceleration is equal to force by m. So you will get it as 2t I cap plus 3t square j cap by 1. Mass is 1. So what is acceleration is equal to dv by dt. So dv is equal to a dt, right? Integrating on both sides, you will get v is equal to integration a dt. Okay, so we found the a as this one. So v is equal to integration of 2t I cap plus 3t square j cap. You will get it as 2t square by 2. So I will rub everything and tell you. 2, you will get it as integration will be 2t square by 2 plus 3t cube by 3. 3 will get cancelled, 2 will get cancelled. So final answer you will be obtaining is t square plus t cube. This is the final option. So this is the velocity. So you need power. How can we power obtained? Power is given by force into velocity, which is given by t square I cap plus t square j cap into what is force is given by 2t. It is given by f dot v. It is not f cross v. F dot v. F dot v is different, f cross v different. 2t square I cap plus 3t square j cap. So it will be given by 2t power, wait a minute guys, it's not power 2, not power 2, 2t cube I cap plus not I cap 3t power here it is square, here it is power 5 j cap. This is the final answer you will obtain. So the option is not given correctly, so this is the correct option, 2t cube plus 3t power 5 j cap. So let us move into the next question. So this is related with the stable equilibrium and potential energy. So the potential energy between two atoms in a molecule is given by ux is equal to a by x power 12 minus b by x power 6, where a and b are positive constant, x is the distance between the atoms. The atoms is stable equilibrium. When the body is in stable equilibrium, when the potential energy is 0, or du by dx is equal to 0. So here they are given as ux is given by a by x power 12 minus b by x power 6. Okay, in this case du by dx should be 0 for stable equilibrium. So you will get, if you differentiate this one, you will get it as minus 12, this x power 12 will go upside, so minus 12 a by x power 13 minus 6b by x power 7, I think, yes, is equal to stable equilibrium will be 0. So if you equate it and solve this question, you will get x as, x will be given as what will be the answer, 2a by b power 1 power 6s. Yes, it is the correct option. This is the correct one. So let us move to the next question. So the next question is related with the collision question. So how can you solve this? It is can be solved with application of law of conservation of linear momentum and usage of the formula for law coefficient of restitution. So you should understand, and you shouldn't mug up any formulas for it. You can mug up even. I will tell you the important things, important formulas in another video. So before doing that, what will be the formula for coefficient of restitution? It's given by v2 minus v1 by u1 minus u2. v2 is final velocity, v1 is final velocity of first object, v2 is final velocity of second object, u1 is initial velocity of the first object, u2 is initial velocity of the second object. So according to the law of conservation of linear momentum, m1 u1 plus m2 u2 is equal to m1 v1 plus m2 v2, right? Ball moving with velocity collection at stationable. Okay, the first body is moving, ball, but the second object is at 0, so this will become 0. Next, if the coefficient of restitution is 0.5, then the velocity after collision will be, okay, the mass of the second ball is double the mass of the first ball, so m into u. Okay, let us take m1 as m and because m2 as 2m, because it is double the velocity mass of the first object, v1 plus 2m v2. okay, E is 0.5 is equal to v2. What is v2? u1 u2 is 0, leave it. v2 minus v1 is equal to, wait a minute, v2 minus v1 by u1. Okay, here v2 u1 is 2, they are given in the question, so we get v2 minus v1 is equal to 1. v2 minus v1 is equal to 1. This is one equation. So in this equation, second equation, this is first, this is it, first equation, this is second equation. Here let us cancel all the m's. What will get? U is equal to v1 plus v2. What is u given as 2? v1 plus v2 is equal to 2. v2 minus v1 is equal to 1. So solving these both equations, you will get what? v2 is equal to v1 plus 1. Okay, 2 is equal to v1 plus 1 plus v, wait, it is equal to v1. So 2v1 is equal to 1. No, I'm doing wrong thing, right? So I'll take the equation separately. v2 minus v1 is equal to 1. V1, okay. What is this? V1 plus 2V2, sorry guys, I made a mistake, is equal to 2, because there I made a mistake. It should be, I didn't take the 2 there, so V1 plus 2V2. So let us take V2 is equal to, sorry, V1 is equal to V2 minus 1 from this equation. Okay. V2 minus 1 plus 2V2 is equal to 3. It's 2. So 3V2 is equal to 3. So V2 is equal to 1. If V2 is equal to 1, V1 will be ultimately 0 from this equation. So the answer is V2 will be 1 and V1 will be 0. This is the correct option. So next question is for you guys. So as I told, the next question will be the like a treasure hunt question for you guys to enter the Achievers WhatsApp group. So the link is below. You can join it. It is a normal group, but if you answer the question first, you will get into the Achievers NEET group. So the question is theory based question. The coefficient of restitution E for a perfectly elastic collision is what? 1, 0, infinity, minus 1. This is the question. Try to answer the question first during the premiere itself. And this is the end of the 5th episode of beta series, the most expected. Thank you guys.